7:02. I will call to order the January 21st meeting of Columbia Borough Planning Commission. Roll call, please.
Chairperson Mary Wickenheiser,
Present.
Vice Chairperson Tiffany Lynn,
Present.
Secretary Brad Lynn,
Present.
Member Justin Evans,
Here.
Member Marilyn Kress Hartman,
Marilyn is excused for illness.
Member Nathan Roach,
Here.
Member Deb LeClaire.
Here.
Okay, at this time, could we please stand for the pledge to the flag? Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we have a new member with us tonight, Deb LeClaire. And at this time, I would ask Mayor Lutz to come forward and Deb to come forward for her swearing in.
In that cabinet, grab one of those Bibles. One up here for you. You just got to repeat after me. Place your left hand on the Bible, raise your right hand, and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear or affirm
I do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I will discharge
and that I will discharge
the duties of my office
the duties of my office
with fidelity.
with fidelity.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Deb.
Welcome back, Deb.
You are welcome back. Mayor Lutz, thank you for attending this evening.
Yeah, even though it's so cold.
Okay, moving on. Reorganization. This is our reorganization meeting. At this point, I am serving as president. Tiffany Lynn is serving as vice president. Brad Lynn is serving as secretary. At this point, I will accept motions regarding the appointment of the chair. Do I have such a motion? Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'll do it.
Oh, you need to be chairman.
Yes.
Okay, I would nominate Mary to continue as chairman.
Second. Third.
Do we have any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
You put a lot of work into it, Mary. We appreciate that.
Thank you very much for your service.
Okay, thank you. For vice chair, do I have nomination at this point? Tiffany is serving as vice chair.
Tiff has done well when you're not around, but if anybody else is interested, otherwise I will be happy to make a motion to nominate Tiff Lynn to vice chair.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you.
Okay, any other nominations? Hearing none, all in favor of reappointing Tiffany Lynn as vice chair, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
And currently Brad is serving as secretary. Do we have nomination for secretary?
I'll make a motion to nominate Brad Lynn to be the secretary of the planning commission.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion from Justin, a second from Deb, for the nomination of Brad Lynn to continue as secretary. Any other nominations? Hearing-
May I ask a quick clarifying question, since it came up at the last council meeting? We are still not expected to take our own minutes. Is that what the end result of that
That
was?
is the end result. We will not be doing our own minutes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that was clear, since that is normally the job of the secretary.
Yes. Okay. All right, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay. Thank you, the two of you. And I just told Justin, going back through planning minutes, this is somebody I have been chair of this planning commission since 2016. So just think about it. I will continue, but I'm not going to be here forever.
True, but this will make it 10 years after this year.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what I was
thanks,
trying to
Justin.
clarify,
Right?
because I knew you
Thanks,
said
Justin.
one
So
more
we gotta at
appointment,
least
but I
get
didn't
you
know if
there.
you wanted
Yeah.
to be chairman again, so.
Before we move forward, I'd like to congratulate Tiffany on her 20th year
Yes.
on Planning Commission.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
wow.
you. Tiffany is the longest serving member of the planning commission.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up, Brad. Okay, we have before us the minutes of the December 17th planning commission meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
I have a motion from Brad. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. I would ask item 4B. The minutes were approved with the correction to be noted in the December minutes, because the minutes had already been approved prior to that comment being made.
All right.
So I would ask that item B be worded, motion to approve the planning commission meeting minutes for November 19th, 2024, period. And then following the motion and the vote, it
was
should,
noticed.
it should be noted the correction to Joshua George, not Joshua Jordan. That would be, it would show the motion, the approval, and then that notation.
Okay.
And I looked at item 5 and I thought, what was the zoning hearing board meeting about? And since it says that they would be back in January, I don't think they're coming till February, but I would like added to that the zoning hearing board meeting for the properties at 154, 156 South Fifth, and 461 Avenue K was the zoning hearing. And I would ask Brad and Tiffany if at this time they would extend their approval of those minutes to
With those
include those
corrections.
corrections.
I
So
do.
moved.
Okay, we have the motion to approve the minutes with 2 corrections. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. There is a zoning hearing scheduled for January 29th for 25 North 11th. Paula, do you or Matt want to fill us in on what that is about? Or should I just?
No, for the zoning hearing, 25 North 11th. They are requesting a variance on a permitted use change They want a current commercial building to, want to change the use to residential.
Residential.
And I think the second part to that is they're requesting relief of the size of the lot. So that will be going before zoning hearing board next Wednesday.
Just
Okay.
a single family or multi?
Single, the one thing that they noted was that it would not be a short-term rental. However, there is no verbiage in there that it's not going to be a rental. So,
For those of
You still would
you,
have the right to apply for that.
for those of you who can picture where this is, it was,
I might have a picture.
if you've lived long enough in town, it was the old Hubley Venetian Blind Company. Yeah, and then there for a while,
Jim Kramer
it
was in
was a
there.
craft place where they sold different craft things. So that is the property, and the person who is asking for the relief lives on Locust.
Chestnut, maybe?
Walnut.
One of those.
It's almost their backyard, isn't
What's the zoning district? Is it commercial?
No,
it? No, it's residential.
should be it should be low density residential.
Mhm.
Out there, yeah.
Yeah.
Up at 11th, it's at 11th and Walnut.
Mhm.
My understanding is the people that bought the former Kramer residence bought both properties because he bought both properties.
Okay.
I had the neighbors talking to me.
Uh-oh, all right, you're the representative.
No.
No,
So they're currently zoned,
LDR.
low density residential.
Yeah.
Gotcha, so it's doesn't meet the minimum lot size and all that.
It's currently a non-conforming
Exactly.
Okay.
within that.
Pretty minor, surrounded by homes.
so instead of having it grandfathered in, they want to go back to its original.
Right, they
Yes.
wanna,
Is that
well, its
Okay.
original use may have been the Venetian blinds
right? True. You're right.
before zoning.
Right. You're right.
So do we wish to make any recommendation to zoning with regard to this?
They have one off-street parking space that
Yeah,
I'm
it's-
aware of.
I think it's behind the building. Yeah.
And that's off of the alley there.
Right.
See what, I didn't see what you're showing.
Yes.
We don't have anything in here.
Okay, so do you know why they're making the request? Is it a
My
tax
understanding was
issue?
a relative was going to live in there. I want to say their daughter, but again, I'm only hearing that from a couple of the neighbors
I
who
think it's-
seem to be in support.
It's been vacant for a while. Hasn't it?
Not real long,
Have they been
6 months maybe.
commercially?
Jim
Okay.
Kramer had his business in there.
Okay.
Yeah. But my family moved there in 1976. We lived at 1111 Walnut, and Mr. Hubley was in there when we moved there.
Mhm. He was there forever.
It fits in with residential.
I mean, it sounds like it makes sense, but I guess
Right.
we've done it before where we don't like a recommendation, where we don't have the presentation, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, so we have discussed and there is no recommendation to be made to zoning. Okay, there were no engineer reviews. Derek had contacted me about being here this evening. I said I really didn't think we needed him for anything, to stay home and stay warm. Okay. We do have a demolition application before us for 1310 Lancaster Avenue. Is there anyone here representing? Okay, if you could come forward, please, and identify yourself.
Right here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That does raise up,
Does it? Okay.
yeah.
My name's Paul Kraus, and I represent 1310 Lancaster Avenue.
So you want to take down the last house out there
Well, it's not quite the last house, but on that block, yes.
on that block? Okay, so you are looking at demolition
That's correct.
and reuse of the property would be,
To coincide with our business.
okay. So that would be an expansion from, coming from the east? Because you, do you own the property there at 13th and Lancaster Avenue, where the laundromat used to be?
No, I do not
That
own
is
that.
not yours?
That is not, no.
Okay. So there would be demolition, you would be grading. And would that be macadam then, or?
Possibly at some point.
Mr. Kraus, your intended use for this is to add on to your car lot, or is it, that's what I have on the map. And
Yes.
on here I have for a car garage. It says intended use of property following demolition, other car garage.
At this time, I'm not planning on building anything on it. We're just planning on tearing it down.
So no intended use at this point.
We're going to use it for the dealership, yes.
Oh, okay, so maybe what I think what it's checked on there, this says the intended use, it's checked, single family home, one car garage.
It is a one-car garage on
But
it.
that's what's gonna get demolished.
The garage and the house, yes.
I didn't know that was Got it. Okay, so that's what's, well, we knew that was gonna get demolished, but the future use is what you have on there with the car lot.
Yes, it's to coincide with the business.
Yeah,
This is highway commercial, right?
That's correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
because it's like we have, it says
So it's a
following. demolition.
non-conforming use.
So does anyone have any further questions of Mr. Kraus?
No, I mean, the dates obviously have to be changed to 2025 now,
Yeah.
but that's just a formality. How, do you know when you would be putting a surface on it, or is it just going to be stone?
Well, we wanted to get it torn down first and then see what our options are as far as expanding the building that we have now on the other property.
Okay,
So it's in really bad condition. And I didn't, we didn't have to have it, but I wanted to ensure that, that it didn't continue in its current
fine,
condition,
right,
so to speak.
that's good.
And it could be that they plan to do this because the application was submitted in October.
I figured.
So our job now is to recommend to the
Right.
council.
Recommend to council, since we do not authorize demolitions, we make recommendation to council. They have the final say on demolitions. And are utilities still in that property?
No, everything was shut off. To my knowledge, everything was discontinued. So it's basically ready to be torn down. There's nothing left hooked up.
Okay. Paula, do they need to provide proof that all of those things have been disconnected?
I kind of think they do.
I have everything provided there.
Okay.
Did you provide Alex with it, or,
Yes.
okay,
I would think one of the stipulations would be.
Yeah, there's a
you know,
list
We would
of-
recommend providing all
yeah.
documentation regarding shut-offs, disconnection.
Sewer, water, gas, electric.
You know, that caveat, that could be part of, you know, our recommendation that those things be submitted prior to the permit being issued.
Did you say you did provide that? to
Everything was
Alex?
provided, yes. Everything on that list, everyone was notified, everything was shut off.
Okay.
I have all the votes.
Okay?
Right.
All right,
Are there
that's,
strong feelings not for it not to be taken away?
no, I don't think so.
So I'll make a recommendation that council issues the demolition permit for the structures at 1310 Lancaster Avenue based on the commercial zoning of the property and the alleged condition of the home. And just confirming that all the utility disconnects have been done and provided.
I'll second that.
And Justin motion to second.
System
Any further
business.
discussion, comments? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Okay,
Thank
motion
you for
carries.
coming.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, Mr. Kraus,
Yes.
what I'm going to try and do is get this on the agenda for next Tuesday.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Okay, so you'll hear from one of us to clarify that,
Okay.
okay?
All right. Well, if you need anything from me, let me know.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
all right. Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank you.
coming out this
Yep.
evening.
Thanks.
Okay, so, public comments, questions? Anything, Frank? You're good?
Not this time.
You're warm? Okay,
No.
okay.
Thank you for coming out tonight. In this cold.
Okay, we have no action items this evening. We've taken care of that. Any further discussion items? Any old business to be discussed? Okay, new business, 612 Walnut Street, to be entered into the blighted properties program.
That's just a courtesy to let you know that that will be done here in the near future.
Okay,
Is a condemned property, it's been condemned for a year, Matt?
is that the property that everyone was in up there? You
Mhm.
had to have fumigated and everything else. It's in the middle
It's
of row
been quite some
homes there.
time.
Correct.
Okay.
Almost across from the laundry lot.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just up from the lawn. What is it, about the fourth or fifth house up on that side?
Fifth or sixth, probably.
Mhm.
Going up from Sixth Street on the right-hand side. Okay, our next meeting is February 18th. This location at 7 o'clock. Workshop will proceed at 6. Any comments from the board? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Do I
So
have,
moved.
I have a motion from Tiff. Have a second?
Second.
Justin? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned at 7:25. Thank you very much all for coming out.
Thank you. Thank you for serving
Be
again.
safe going